Alright, so do we have some bad news when it comes to physical games? Because according to a report, there have only been 7 games that actually sold at least 100,000 copies this year in the US. If this is true, that's not good, but I will tell you guys this. I feel like something is really off with these numbers, and I will explain why. But what's up, you guys? Shade here, back with some more quick gaming news. Alright, so let's get right into it. So Pirate Nation posted this on Twitter and said, only 7 PlayStation games have sold more than 100,000 physical copies in the US so far this year. According to Circana analyst Mat, the figures were shared during the ongoing debate over Sony's decision to stop producing first-party physical PlayStation games in 2028. While many gamers say they want physical games to stay, the data shows that most people are still choosing to buy their games digitally. And they also have a list of estimate of games that has sold with physical copies, like EA Sports FC 26 with 12% physical sales, Resident Evil Requiem, which is 27.8%, 007 First Light 21%, Crimson Desert 19.9%, Ghost of Yotei 35%, the highest among this year's biggest PlayStation releases. Alright, I have an issue with these numbers, right? And the reason why I have an issue with these numbers because Crimson Desert in particular. I went to go ahead and buy a copy of Crimson Desert. I went to GameStop to buy a copy day one, and they told me that there was no copies. The guy told me in GameStop himself, he said that, yeah, they basically only sent enough for pre-orders and maybe like 1 or 2 extra copies. What I honestly think is going on with Sony and PlayStation, what they're doing is that they're not sending out a lot of copies. They're not, because they want to go ahead and create artificial scarcity. Because what would happen if you cannot find the game physical? You're gonna go ahead and buy the game digital, and that's actually what happened. What the person I was actually trying to get Crimson Desert for, because when I went to go ahead and buy the physical copy, they didn't have it. They bought the game digital, and that's what happened, and that's the issue. That right there is a problem, and honestly, I think Sony and some of these other people that backing them up is trying to go ahead and spin a narrative in a way to where it make the physical thing look even worse. But you gotta think about this. There's been a lot of backlash, a lot of people speaking out about this. It's been on the news and everything. You telling me that only at the most 35% of people only bought physical games when it came to one of the newest releases? I don't believe that, and if they did, they probably were forced to do it. I believe the number is a bit higher. Now, what Sony try saying? They try saying, oh, only 85% of our sales is digital, while only 15% is physical. No, I think it's artificial scarcity, and they also lying about the numbers because from what I heard, they are including games in that number that are digital only. So that's not fair. Like, that's just you trying to go ahead and shape a narrative in your way that you want to go ahead and fit your agenda. Well, Sony, I could tell you this. Right now, you dealing with a lot of shit when it comes to this whole entire situation. You being called out for it. People calling you out on Twitter, social medias, on the mainstream media, all over. And guess what? It's gonna keep on happening because y'all know that what y'all saying is not true. Because what it is, y'all trying to get rid of the middleman when it comes to physical media, because y'all know that they could go ahead and resell their copies and all. They could let their friends share, and y'all don't want that. Y'all want people to spend money and lock us into an ecosystem to where you don't have no choice. Which, by the way, you have other choices. You got gaming PCs. You have Nintendo Switch if you want to go over there. You have the Xbox systems that you could put on. Especially if Xbox Helix go ahead and make the right move and have a disc drive and they still produce physical games. Hey, Sony, I'm going to tell y'all this. You better hope that Xbox do not make Elder Scrolls an exclusive. Because if they do everything that I just said plus that, y'all in trouble and you're going to get exposed. But you guys, I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this. I really want to hear y'all thoughts. I don't think this is accurate. I think this is artificial scarcity, but I want to hear y'all thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share the video, and also subscribe if you want more quick gaming news from me right here on this channel. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Shade, and I am out.